All right, what's up? We're back, everybody, with more Avadon to the corruption. We're pretty much in the end game now, and blah blah blah. I already read through that, and admittedly, I was getting a bit too frustrated in that last part, but only because when they say you better hurry, I keep thinking that I keep thinking that we have to rush up there and not worry about being attacked or whatever, but. There are constant enemies, so we might as well just go ahead and fight as much as we can. So yeah, I got a bit too confident in that last part, and I apologize, so let's go ahead and play this out. I still don't like how it implies that you have to hurry, but then all of a sudden you're getting swarmed by enemies like I was pretty much doing. Oh crap, I took the wrong potion. Okay, whatever. I also should hang on to more curing brews if I'm being perfectly honest. Or at least should have, so I would have to be more prepared for this. But yeah, if they're gonna pull all the stuff where, they're constantly like battle frenzying, stuff like that, then I might as well be prepared. I actually should have gotten that third raider, but that's alright. Yeah, the healing pylon is definitely going to be the lifesaver here, I think. I'm surprised that one sorceress didn't pop up yet. But I guess her current placement is that she can't see us right now. Oh yeah, you definitely... I need to do a better job of keeping Yannick alive, because he is clearly going to has like the most damage potential overall, despite being the physically weakest here. But it's just like the last game though, where I got so confident in the end game and getting to where I'm at that I totally get frustrated at a part where I just have a lot of enemies swarming all of a sudden. Okay, there's that Incantatrix. I do want to go for her, to be honest, because she's going to cause me the most trouble. So yeah, that part, that last part, let's just try to forget about it now and move on. But yeah, after those shenanigans, I definitely needed a break, so I'm glad I took it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Feel free to take a break anytime you get frustrated with something, because at the end of the day, this is just a game, and it's not that serious. Okay, so reflection, I haven't really digested on what reflection does, but clearly reflection is what deflects the magical spells, and it encourages you to use physical attacks, whereas the spine shield encourages you not to melee so much. That said, I want to try to kill her as fast as I can. Because the raiders themselves are no problem. It's the freaking spellcaster that will be a lot of trouble for me. Well, sucks we're out of range of the healing pylon now, so... I wonder if a good route to do this, now that I think about it, is have your main character be a mage. And then you take some of the other characters with you. I might do that in the future, because Yannick overall, I didn't mind his character, but I found so many of the other characters more interesting, like Lita, Alcander. I mean, I think he has a lot of good dialogue potential. Yannick's arc didn't even come until later, and I don't know if it was just me being too strong for it at that point, but even then, I feel like Yannick's could have been a bit more developed. He was just seeking knowledge this whole time. But yeah, look at this. Alright, you can die already, though. Again, there isn't really a point of getting loot at this point, since I know we are definitely in the end game now. So you might as well just get elixirs when you can. But yeah, Spiderweb Software be trolling with making us go this route. You hear horns behind you. You look back, hoping to see packed reinforcements coming to aid Port Foresight. You are disappointed. Taiwan shock troops are approaching from the south. Small bands of highly trained raiders come in and enjoy a rare prize, an Avadon outpost. They are to the south, running up the road towards you. Soon they will be close enough to see you. Okay, so let's just go north as much as we can. And just take care of whatever enemies get in our way. Because if we don't, we're just going to get swarmed here. You know what? I should have known that this would be, like the first game, it would be chaotic, though. Or should have kept it in mind, because if you remember, even in the first Avadon, I mean, not first Avadon, but going back all the way to Avernum Escape from the Pit, that final sequence where you had enemies coming nonstop, I mean, you still had to fight your way through... like several enemies, but still. The main focus, it was more of a focus of trying to get to where you were supposed to be going, but enemies were coming non-stop, so it's not like you can just stay in one spot. So we do have to keep moving, but let's go ahead and dispose of whoever we can here. Okay, Yannick took quite a bit of damage right here. Hey, he's still taking so much damage. Gosh, really? He has the most damage potential, too. Dang nabbit. Okay. Still want to try to get the achievement, so let's just go ahead and take care of what we can here. Map does have high dodging ability, so we should be able to get through this just fine. Let's go ahead and do that. Yes, we took her out. Okay. Man, mages in this game are so dang squishy, though. Actually, let's do this one. I definitely need to take care of this sorcerer here before priority. Okay, so do that. Do that again. Let's do that a third time. Third time's a charm. Yes, now he's taken out. If I didn't have the, if I already had the achievement to go through the game without using the resurrection scroll, I would go ahead and use one just to bring Yannick back. But I am trying to go for the achievement. That's why I'm trying to hang on as long as I can without him. Okay, I'm trying to also avoid going too far back here. Go ahead and advance a little bit. So yeah, your turrets and also your mage definitely have the best overall damage output. So for future reference, I am going to do a better job of doing that in the next part, of keeping them alive. Okay, we do have a golden opportunity here too. Oh. Okay, I don't want to go back because then we're gonna probably summon even more, get swarmed by enemies again, so let's just finish off this last person and then move on here. You can stop running away, that is. I knew it, I knew it. I hate that. Okay, I hate that. I hate that immensely. I knew we would eventually get more enemies up here. Alright, you know what? Let's get them up here closer. Alright. Yeah, whatever. Let's just... Yeah, let's just get them up here closer and we'll take care of them. I knew if we stuck around there too long, more would come in from the south. I just knew it. No, don't you be backing away. Get back here. You want to fight? You're going to fight me. That's just all there is to it. You know what? They are trying to probably bait me into going back south, so. How many spells do you have? How many, like, haste do you have? Good lord. Dang, she has, like, a bunch of haste somehow. Yeah, if you want to make this a ranged battle, we can do that. I'm just trying to avoid going south as much as I can. Okay, we brought Yannick back. Okay. Turrets I'm not really as nearly concerned about. But although I didn't regenerate Yannick all the way here. Maybe he's gonna get KO'd again. Zach. Arm these dang turrets. Poor Yannick, he's just getting beat down this whole time. Okay, hopefully he has time to regenerate now. The bridge across to Fort Forsyth is still intact. The fort didn't have time to destroy it. Unfortunate for the Pact, but it may save your life. You cross the river. The gates of the fort are visible to the west. However, more Tawan troops are approaching from the north. If you run, you might be able to avoid the worst of them. Okay, then let's go. Let's get in there. If I see them coming. You return to Fort Forsyth and find a scene of chaos. The attack hasn't come yet, but it will soon. The undermanned, under-equipped Keep is preparing for its defense. Based on what you have seen, the Tawan are poised for victory. It is going to be another costly day for Avadon. To the south, you can see a few people gathering around the small boats at the dock. Some people trapped here might escape. The rest will die holding off the Farlanders. Despite the pervading terror, when you come through the gates, the defenders cheer. One shouts, "You made it! We've been watching for you!" Another guard runs up and taps your arm. Redbeard made sure everyone knew. The moment you return, you need to see him. He's in his hall below. Your companions run off in different directions. They each have preparations to make before the final confrontation. They say that they will meet you below. Fort Forsyth is under attack and you have vital information. You need to go downstairs and report to Redbeard as quickly as possible. What happens then is up to you. Oh dang, I probably could save this for a whole other part, but... Welcome back, Malik. Ayatsu is sitting at her table, reviewing papers and orders, seemingly oblivious to the carnage you can hear outside. She looks up at you. She appears calm, only the paleness of her face and the drop of sweat on her brow show you how nervous she is. Welcome back, Malik. Redbeard is waiting for you below. I suggest you speak with him without delay. What is the situation? We are under attack. The Tawan are more numerous and aggressive than we expected. What will happen? This fort will fall. Some of us will escape using our 2 lonely boats. The rest... She shakes her head. Don't concern yourself with me. You need to see Redbeard. What will happen to you? This is my fort. I will be the last one to leave, or the first to die. One of the two. Will everyone be able to escape? She answers simply, no. I will go see Redbeard. Yes, good. Thank you. She stands and rests her hand on your arm. It was an honor to meet you, Malik. Please make our sacrifice worthwhile. She sits and returns to her papers. You return to the dank cellar that leads to Redbeard's office. You find your companions waiting for you, all of them, even the ones who didn't come on your last mission. They must have traveled here on their own. They stand apart, lost in their own thoughts, each unsure how to respond to the chaos outside. When you enter, they all look up at you, hoping that you can give some guidance. You suspect that this will be your last chance to speak with them before circumstances pull you all apart. After that, Redbeard awaits. The fortress is severely outnumbered, but if you send enough trained hands up to help, it might hold out. Of course, these hands won't be around to help you. Also, when you meet Redbeard, you can have as many companions as will join you. You aren't limited to just 2. Okay, die less, so I did finally earn that medal. So I can use resurrection scrolls whenever now. Kalita is waiting for you outside of Redbeard's chamber. Considering the sounds of battle outside, she is understandably anxious. It has taken great self-control for her to keep from running out and fighting the attackers. She nods when you approach. Greetings, Malik. Redbeard is waiting for you. I don't know what his plans are, but I think he intends to flee. Leave this fort to his fate. He can plainly see her disapproval of this plan. I wanted to make sure you were all right before I chose where to go. I lack orders. For once, I can serve and maybe die where I choose. Redbeard plans to go. He did not deign to speak with me, of course, but I heard his orders to Hart Callan. The war has finally started. Farlanders are crossing the border and attacking all around the borders of the Pact. He feels he needs to return to Avadon and lead the response. We will see if he is still capable. Hart Callan was here, and Hart Protus, both briefly. They used Redbeard's portal to return. I heard that the portal was not complete. Only a few can go through before it fades. You don't approve? Redbeard is old and unjust. He failed to prevent this disaster. He is abandoning his warriors to die. Now, after all I have gone through, facing the fate we all do, I have earned the right to my own opinion. Come with me, Kalita. I need your help. Kalita nods. When no other hand would help me, Malik, you stood by my side. I will always be grateful. I trust you. Whatever you choose, whatever needs to happen, I will be loyal, no matter how difficult. And yet, I fear returning to Avadon. It has shown itself to not shown itself to be a just place. What will our path be? We have sworn to serve Redbeard. Though it is difficult, we will continue to do so. Hard words, Malik. It is a horrible price for me to pay, to serve those who betrayed me. Yet, you are right. I do not need to see the stone code to know it is what I must do. Come, Redbeard awaits. For the good of the Pact, we must pinch our noses and do what we can. Yoshiria is waiting for you in the hall. She is on one knee with a wide array of blades, razor discs, and flasks laid out before her. When you are close, she gives him one more inspection and gathers him up. I heard Kalita gives you the news. Redbeard flees. I think we are to follow. The rest are left to die, and we prepared the defense of the Pact from the safety of Avadon. Now that you are here, I can decide where to go. I think Redbeard has no opinion on it. I'm too lowly and suspect for him to have feelings on the matter. I need your help, Yoshiria. Please come with me. Avadon is confused and corrupt. They helped bring us to the sad time. Yet, I owe you. You helped me when none would, and I will honor the debt. I trust you. The path you choose, I will follow. She stands by your side. Of course, Shadow Walkers don't like surprises. What should I be expecting in the next few minutes? We will fight for Avadon and save the Pact. It is what we swore. The path of honor. We keep our oaths. It is the Hoklanen way. I will be able to sleep at night, but not happily. In the end, perhaps we can lead the Pact to a better future. Come, Malik. Redbeard awaits. Dedrick fidgets nervously from one foot to the other. He has never liked being in an enclosed place. Down here, trapped with a horde of Farlands invaders outside, he looks ready to panic, or to fight. Malik, you are here. Come to join Redbeard and leave our fellow hands to our desperate battle? It is strange. There are no hearts, nobody to command us. All is chaos, and we need to choose where to fight. I am a shaman of the wild realm, far from home. The paths ahead are so unclear. I fear that I need your advice. What should I do, Malik? Dedrick, come with me. I need your skills. You can see how much this is costing Dedrick, but he still nods. This is a time of chaos and the Wild Realm needs protectors. I would return home to protect my family, and yet I owe you a debt. Malik, I swore I would aid you. I trust you. I will follow you. Where you lead, I will come along. Redbeard awaits us to the east. What is our path? We must keep our oath. We will fight for Avadon and save the pack. Dedrick does not nod again. Your words pain him. It is sad. I must still fight and kill my people. The rebellion will be crushed, our ways ignored. The pack triumphant once again, but I swore 2 oaths, to Avadon and to you. I will obey. Lead on, I am ready. You meet up with Yannick in the Stark Vault. He still has a strange, unfocused look in his eyes he has had since his little adventure in the temple outside of Sertica. However, he also has a sense of energy and a sense of purpose he has been missing for some time. Malik, you have come. It is good. The battle begins. So much time. Time to get knowledge. We have the knowledge, and now it can be used. What use is knowledge if it can't be used? Redbeard flees, as well he should. For once, we have no orders. In the chaos, we can excel. Are you sure you are all right? Yannick immediately looks suspicious. So many strange looks. So many people who don't see. I have had gifts. I will use them now. So I can rely on you. Never more than now. I see new things every day. Let me use them. Avadon deserves me. I need your knowledge, Yannick. Please come with me. Yes, Malik. You helped me to knowledge, and you did not abandon me when my need was greatest. What power I have, I owe to you. I trust you. I swear it. Let me be your tool. Fight for you. Just give the word. Redbeard, that feeble old man who held me back, waits to the east. What now? We must keep our oath. We will fight for Avadon and save the pack. Yannick seems confused. What? This is not a surprise. It is not new. It is only the same old thing. Old ways, old oaths. What did we earn the knowledge for? And yet, I swore. You are right. I owe you. Yes, the old pack remains, and we will fight for it. Lead on, Malik. Not changing takes courage too. I am ready to not change. All right. Alcander leans against a pillar, listening to the chaos raging above. Hello, Malik. Yes, I am more bitter than ever. I will spare you the details for once. You come for Redbeard, yes? He's in there, waiting to decide who he will allow to use his precious portal and live. We're all toys to him, now more than ever. I bet he's smiling. I am deciding where to go. With all the chaos and war, I might be able to return home. Or perhaps I will continue to follow my oath to Avadon. For once, I don't know. I still need your help, Alcander. You have to come with me. Have to, Malik? Don't you understand? We are in a time of chaos. There is no law, no order, only war and inefficiency. You want me to throw a chance at freedom away to serve the shell that is Redbeard? And yet, I owe you. You helped me win wealth for my family, and they would not have me dishonor them by ignoring the debt. I could go home at last. Instead, I will follow you. I hate it, but all my skills are at your disposal. To what end do we fight? What am I throwing my freedom away for? We must keep our oath. We will fight for Avadon and save the pack. Alcander lets out a long, pained sigh. More servitude for a withered old man and a doomed cause. You know, I thought Avadon would win my clan more influence and wealth. Instead, it's just been one miserable set of tunnels after another. Don't worry, I owe you a debt. I will pay. Lead on, another terrible day awaits. Redbeard, excuse me. Redbeard sits on his crude throne, staring at his portal. The magical field has recently been used and it is still weak. The problem is obvious. It only has the power to carry a few people away from this trap. Redbeard intends to be one of them. The question is, who else gets to leave? The horror of the situation is lost on him. Away from Avadon, he looks very old and tired. You clear your throat to get his attention. He looks up at you. Malik, you are here. Yes. Good. You have been competent. The pact will need you. I warned them. Now it has come to pass. We were weak, and our enemies gather. Now they attack. What is happening? The left has acted. He is finally using his influence and his agents. His reach was far greater than I realized. New reports are coming in constantly. The pact is being attacked. As he speaks, the gate closes behind you. That will slow the hordes down when they get here. Attacks are everywhere. Camarian raiders, Vargold warships, hordes of titans. They are all coming for us from every direction, and we are not ready. How's the pact responding? It isn't. I have already traded several messages with Hanvar's council. Those fools are all angling for advantage. They are still at the brink of war with each other. He sneers. I should have replaced more of them. They brought us to this. Why wasn't this foreseen? Redbeard looks confused. I did. I did, didn't I? I always said this was coming. I didn't know a few things. I might have been a little surprised. So were they. This isn't my fault. If they had always listened to me and done what I said, what will we do? I am surrounded by fools and incompetents. All of them, everywhere. Only a handful are competent. You are one of them. You will come back to Avadon. The portal is desperately limited, but it can carry us through. Also, any assistance you need. Once back in the Black Fortress, the counterattack begins. He slams the armrest of his throne with a mailed hand. We will correct the errors of the past and change things so they never happen again. How's the portal limited? We did not have enough time to complete it. It has limited power. Only a few can go through. Alas, most of the brave warriors here now must be left behind. To his credit, you can see how much this prospect upsets him. How will you change things? The problem is that not enough people listen to me. Those people are the problem. I was right and they are wrong. Steps will be taken. What will happen to the warriors here? They will fight. I hope they prevail. The odds, I am afraid, are not good. The Taiwan are many, they are few, and Hanvar's council did not give us the resources we needed to build proper defenses. That is a wise choice. Wise and hard. Miserable. Good warriors will die today, left unprotected by Hanvar's council. Once the Farland's invaders are crushed, there will be a hard reckoning. Those who abandon our warriors to their fates will pay. What will we do now? We come to a quick decision. A little more talking while the portal restores itself. And then we go. Go. He looks at the portal. In its dim light, far from his tower, the magic that Redbeard uses to disguise his true appearance is weak. At last you see him as he is. Ancient. Wrinkled. His fiery hair shot through with gray. And tired. Terribly, terribly tired. You will lead us to victory. He nods. When he looks away from the portal, his youthful appearance reappears. I am old. You see that. Yet I am wise, cunning. I never fail, ever. Even if I exhaust myself to death, I will restore the pact. Malik, that is a promise. He looks at the portal. It is almost restored. I only have one more question. What is it? We need to discuss your fate. You have been a good hand, but Avadon has many posts. You have earned a reward. Only one other has been given this honor in many years. Choose. What post would you take in the Black Fortress? Well, for Xander, I said I would stay a hand, but let's go up one. I will be an eye and gather knowledge for you. Redbeard nods. You have shown true strength and wisdom, true cunning and persistence. That is what I need in an eye. Avadon has great strength, but it is nothing without knowledge. This day, I name you I Malik. The portal glows brightly. Redbeard looks at it and nods. The hard work begins now, when we step through that doorway. Malik, it is time. It is time we were going. Yes, it is time. You hear shouts and explosions above. The main Taiwan force has reached the gates. You hesitate. Redbeard puts his hand on your shoulder. Come. It is hard, I know. It will only get worse from here. Today, he says, the war begins. Let's go fight. You turn to the portal. fast as they could. In better times, the pack could have turned this disorganized assault aside easily. However, it was weak. Years of forgetting they had a common cause took its toll. The pack forgot it had to work together, and its mutual distrust kept it from being able to properly dismiss the threat. You followed Redbeard's orders and did what you could to turn aside the fourth, yet Avadon was only one fortress. The 5 states of the pack couldn't work together, and the carnage continued. No matter what, the forces of Avadon had to emerge. The Black Fortress was still recovering from Miranda's betrayal. It had few warriors to send out. As time passed, however, the benefits of your tireless work to help the Black Fortress were clear. Your victories freed up hands and eyes, enabling more warriors and agents to be sent out. And still more, the extent of your victories, big and small, resulted in a powerful, confident Avadon. Early victories led to better recruiting, and soon the barracks of the Black Fortress swelled with excellent recruits. With these powerful forces, the Black Fortress stemmed the tide. Losses happened and funerals were frequent, and yet the warriors of the Black Fortress followed their oath and did their duty. And as for your companions, Kalita continued to loyally serve Avadon and live up to the ideals of the Pact and the Stone Code. She mostly overcame her fugue states, and as long as she stayed away from the Black Fortress itself, she was able to serve with great distinction. Yoshiria continued to serve the Black Fortress. She earned a post defending Hoklanda from foes within and without. At last, she could follow her oath without regret. Dedrick served Avadon as a loyal hand, sustained by his ability to occasionally visit his tribe, see his family, and help the Wild Realm. Yannick tried to serve the Black Fortress, and his power was great enough to allow people to overlook his growing madness. His missions were always great successes, though they tended to leave a lot more scorched earth behind than they needed to. Alkander continued to serve the Black Fortress in his fashion, complaining bitterly but solidly doing his duty. He was eventually allowed to visit his clan. With time and patience, he was even able to get them much of the treasure he obtained. As the war continued, there were many raids, many battles. Hanvar's council struggled to deal with the threat, quell the Wild Realm rebellion, and end the disagreements of the pack members. You watched this struggle from a distance, doing your best to aid Avadon. Every day you hoped Redbeard would emerge from its tower and take a more active role in the defense. Every day he remained unseen. At last, Hanvar's council was able to agree on something. When Redbeard ignored their 5th summons, they decided that they could tolerate his insolence no more. When they sent the force to enter Redbeard's tower, they were allowed in. Redbeard had been unseen for too long. Nobody was willing to die for their absent leader. Redbeard's tower was empty. The keeper was gone. Avadon was stunned. Where did he go? Was he sending the orders? Was he dead? What happened? Hanvar's council elevated Hart Callan to keeper. Their troops stayed in Avadon, keeping a very close eye on events there. Soon, their influence started to grow. In Redbeard's absence, the council began to take control. And so the war continued. In time, it would be called the Great Unraveling. 1,000 little battles, 1,000 raids, a multitude of petty conflicts. The result, after centuries of peace, the pact had allowed itself to be subjected to the greatest threat to its existence of the Black Age. Celeste was never seen, but his influence grew stronger every day. Years passed, cities burned, armies fell. No land was untouched by suffering. The mystery of Redbeard's absence continued. You endured. Every day, peace seemed farther away. In the end, the common people, Pact and Farlander alike, could only ask one thing. How will this end? Who will come and save us from this torment? Perhaps one day, that hope will be answered. Okay, and that was Avadon the Black Fortress. I mean, Avadon 2 the Corruption. So yeah, just my final thoughts on the game. I think that was really good. That was actually really fun. Despite my frustration toward the end here in the end game, I still overall really enjoyed the game, and I thought it was a really solid sequel. In hindsight, I could have done things a little bit more differently, but overall, I'm very happy with all the choices I made, and we will definitely carry that over into Avadon 3, The Warborn. Now, as far as canon choices, I'm not sure if I follow the canon exactly, but close enough, so you know what, that's fine by me. But in Avadon 3 The Warborn, I do want to sort of just make my own choices and get an ending there. So yeah, that was the end of Avadon 2 The Corruption. Really great TRPG game. I pretty much marathoned it all the way to this point. And it looks like it's going to be lesser parts than the first Avadon. So yeah. I can't wait to get into Avadon 3 The Warborn, so with that in mind, that's going to do it for this Let's Play. Overall, really great game, great story. I hope the third one is just as good. There were some choices that I wish I definitely did a little bit better. Maybe I would have been more sympathetic to the rebels, and particularly people like Silky. But I can do that off screen on my own time anyway. I'm not really concerned about it. I'm just glad I beat the story for the first time overall. So yeah. Overall, great CRPG game. Not my favorite out of the Spiderweb Software series, but I still really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to get into the third one with you all. So with that in mind, that's going to do it for the Let's Play, and I'll see you all with whatever I have next.